Hello. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing today? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, y'all. So, I am about to get into it. We're going to create a list together, okay? Because, I didn't have time to do much of anything. It's been a busy weekend, but guess what? We here. So before we get into all of that good stuff, let me make sure that I do a couple of things. Number one, we're going to do a bit of housekeeping. Okay, so as everybody comes on, first of all, thank you so very much for jumping on. Listen, I know it's Sunday and it's football season, and a lot of people, I won't say a lot of people, but there are people who prioritize watching football over learning a new skill, over making money. And hey, by all means, do what you do. Okay, but for those of you that are tuning in live or watching a replay because you're like, hey, look, I'm betting on my team tonight, so that is me making some money. So I have to come check you out later. That's why I'm watching it now. Then I totally understand. Okay, money is money is money. At the end of the day, as long as you're doing it legally, more power to you. Okay, so with that being said, though, I need y'all to do me a favor, especially for those of you on YouTube. If you're watching replays as well, if you're watching a replay too, please, y'all, hit that thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. If you're gaining value from anything that is shared today, tonight, this morning, whenever you're watching this, make sure that you hit that thumbs up because that gives the signal to YouTube to continue to push my videos forward, and that way more people can get access to the information just like you are. Okay. Also, don't forget to share this video, especially with someone who's kind of struggling right now with trading. They've communicated with you, their strategy may not be working, they may be getting frustrated, they may be on the verge of quitting. I'm pretty sure that there is something that I share could potentially just spark something. It could be me repeating something that was said, but I say it in a different way. By all means, y'all, just share it. And if they take the information, they run with it, great. If they take the information, don't do anything with it, that's fine too. You did your part by sharing, okay? And for those of you that have not subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel, y'all. Go ahead, hit that button, and then also hit the notification bell, especially if you're not part of the Prosperity Cause email community. Okay, you want to make sure you know when I'm going live, because let's just say I change my date, or I say, hey, I can't go live this week. You're not waiting on me to go live and do this live market analysis on the Forex market. You're not waiting on me to do that because you're part of the email community. But if you hit the notification bell, instead of you waiting, you get notified when I'm live. Okay, so there we go with that. Now let me get back to sharing this. Bam, there we go. So this is why we are here, y'all. We're here for the Forex market analysis. These sessions are live every single Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Pacific. I said 9 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Pacific, okay? And I want to do this disclaimer really fast before we get into anything. Y'all remember, trading and investing in any market can contain substantial risk and is not suited for every individual. Every trader and investor learns and performs differently, thus the results will not all be the same. There is a potential for a trader and investor to lose all or more than their initial investment due to numerous factors. Therefore, it is suggested that each trader and investor only invest money that can be lost without jeopardizing their financial security and or lifestyle. Y'all, I am not a financial advisor, nor am I a licensed trader. I don't work for CFTC or anything like that. I am a student, just like majority of you. The only difference is I've probably been trading it a bit longer. I probably have better results than you have, or more consistent results. Positive, let me rephrase that. Positive results in the market, profitable results in the market, more consistent than you. That's the only difference, okay? So what I am doing is sharing information that has worked for me and things that did not work for me, okay? In hopes that you, the viewer, will go and do your own research, do your own due diligence, and then make a decision on how you want to move forward in whichever market you're going to trade. Remember, y'all, all traders and investors are that utilize the strategies discussed, services, and products shown will do so at their own risk. Okay, y'all remember, past profits do not guarantee future results. All right, and now we're going to get into the next thing. I just need to mute this because for whatever reason it just like went straight into an ad. So sorry, y'all. All right, let's get into the next thing. So we're going to do our last week review. So last week we looked at 4 things. We looked at NAS 100. We looked at gold. We looked at GBP USD. And we looked at Euro AUD. So if you are new to me, you're like, I don't know what these acronyms are. That means you have not traded before, and it's okay. I want you to make sure that you consider learning this skill. These are different currencies that are available for us to trade where we can buy and sell simultaneously. Okay. And then there's also something called indices. This is nothing but the Forex or the foreign exchange market's version of your stock market. Okay. So NAS 100 is the equivalent of the NASDAQ. And if you hear me talk about like US 30 or SPX 500, those are the equivalent to S&P 500 for SPX 50, SPX 500, and then US 30 is the equivalent to the Dow Jones, okay, in the stock market. All right, and then gold, y'all know that's your precious metal. All right, so if you invest in gold, like buying actual gold, grams, ounces, kilos, whatever of gold, that's what we're talking about. We trade that as well. Okay, so let's get to it. I'm gonna remove my face so that way I can see this all the way. There we go. So last week, NAS 100 went to take profit 3 and surpassed it actually. Our take profit point that we established, it went up 500 pips. That is a lot of money in the market. And this is the thing, y'all. If any of you have made any money off of any of these trades, like you did your own analysis, you took your own, you did your own risk management plan, you reviewed your trading plan, you did all those things, and you said, yep, I want to take this particular trade that was marked up on Sunday, then let us know. Drop it in the comments, y'all. I really want to see that. Drop it in the comments if you took any of the trades, especially if it's something that you typically trade, okay? So NAS 100, that one surpassed our take profit 3 point for 500 pips. Gold hit another all-time high, y'all. I got to go back and look. I'm probably going to share this with you all next week. I'm going to make sure that I update the slides because I want you all to see how many times gold has made a new all-time high in 2024. It's ridiculous, okay? So gold went up over 400 pips. All right. So that again, for those of you that are trading it, have been trading, you already know that's a really great payday. Okay, for the week if you traded gold. And then also GBP USD, that's the other one that we traded or at least marked up last week. That one surpassed our take profit 5 points. So it was 5 areas that we were looking at for price potential to go to. It surpassed that and it went up. That is not correct. It went up over 700 pips. I meant to update that. I thought I did, but clearly I didn't. So yeah, so that one went up over 700 pips. And then Euro AUD was the last one. That one surpassed our take profit 4 point. And that one actually went down in price over 200 pips, actually 200 pips. Okay, so that means that puts us at 8-0 for the month of September so far. We'll see how this week goes. I definitely don't put any pressure on myself to be like, oh, I'm going to stay undefeated. I just go with what the market shows me. That's what I do, y'all. And hopefully you do the same. Okay. So right now we are 8-0. That's our feedback as far as last week in reviewing that. So this last week as well, I want to just show you all something because sometimes we'll overlook things. Now, this is last week, like how the market was moving, and actually it updates. So it will go into Sunday as well, like today. However, what we did see was the pips for certain things were very, very scarce for the week, but also we saw that the Australian dollar, they had a little bit of movement, okay, for people buying. Canadian dollar like had a tad movement in the buy. US dollar is still staying stable. Again, remember y'all, right now, investors at this point are like, they can't make heads or tails of it, so they're just pretty much staying still. There are a good number of, I will say, big money movers, as far as investors go. They are stacking their money because they're waiting for that opportunity to buy whatever it is in bulk. So those billionaires that we know, those centimillionaires that we are aware of, those people are putting their money to the side. They're not really dumping it into the market. They're not really selling either, not like super heavy. There are a few that are selling super heavy, like Warren Buffett, but for the most part, people are just kind of standing still. So this is why the US dollar has been pretty much neutral for the past, this is the third month actually since I've been doing this. So we're on month 3 of this being in the same position. And then, of course, you had the other dollar, New Zealand dollar was down, euro down, pound down, and the franc and the yen are down the worst, okay? The most, I should say. So there you go. So what we can do is use this to just give us an idea of where price could potentially go this week, what we could potentially look at in the market as far as us creating our list to make some money. All right. So just something to look at. If you want to know how I'm getting this, where this screenshot come from, you can go up here. It's finviz.com, y'all. You can check that out. And then it has the relative performance. You can either see the day, the week, so on and so forth. You just click on whichever one you want, and then you're good to go. Okay. So now let's move on to the biggest movers for last week. Last week, we did see a mixture in the sense of buying and selling, but we did see more buying than selling. I did see some sales, y'all, and it was some really big moves as far as the currency pairs go. But for the most part, the things that we're seeing here, pretty much they all were buying. Okay, so gold, I put that on here. We surpassed 400 pips to the upside, creating a new all-time high like I already shared. GBP, JPY actually surpassed gold as far as pips, which I was surprised about that. But the pound was super strong, so there that goes. That went up over 700 pips last week. Bitcoin shot back up and it's still at like the 63K-ish mark right now. So it went up over 4,000 pips, and then US 30 hit another all-time high as well, and that went up over 8,000 pips. So y'all, there is money to be made in these markets. You just have to know what to look for. Find what you like. Make sure that the moves that are being made are according to your schedule so you can trade. You don't want to force anything. Okay, so if like trading gold for me, I look at this market more so during the New York session. Why? Because that's the best time for me. Laura's in school. I have that time to be able to just mark up the charts. I can look at the market. I can do whatever I need to do because she's not here. I don't have that that moment like where I'm in just constant mommy mode, right? So I'm free during that time. That's best for me to trade gold, to trade NAS 100. Weekends is when I really look at cryptocurrency because that's when I'm more so free and I can find those moves better, okay, during the weekend. So you just have to find what works for you. But the only way to do that is by doing what I talked about last week during my trading trauma series, and I talked about back testing. So if you have been trading for a while and you've been struggling and you're on the verge of quitting, I would suggest that you go back on my YouTube channel. I'm on part 3. I've already completed 3 parts. I have one more part next week, and this week I should say. And we've talked about a lot of things to help you to move past that trading trauma. Okay, so I would suggest that you go back and check that out. But back testing is your biggest key to help you to identify where you should trade and also the time of day you should trade. And if that works with your current day-to-day schedule, then roll with it. Okay, so those were our biggest movers for last week, and we are going to look at what is coming up this week. So this week we have not much today. Japan has their bank holiday, so anything that we see that is paired with the yen, I won't be looking at for today. Okay, I can look at tomorrow possibly because Japan doesn't have any high impact news tomorrow. So tomorrow actually starts more high impact news. Monday, you have France, Germany, and Great Britain as well as U.S. have their PMI. Okay, so these are your interest rates and whatnot. That's happening tomorrow, as well as Australia has their interest rates. That is tomorrow. So we have a lot of high impact news happening on tomorrow. Then excuse me. And then Tuesday you have Bank of Japan, their governor speaks, so it's equivalent to like Powell for us in the United States. So that's our Federal Reserve Chairman, right? Powell, excuse me. So Bank of Japan, their governor, that's the equivalent to that. Okay, so that's happening on Tuesday. And then you have U.S. consumer confidence. That happens on Tuesday as well as what is Australia. They have their CPI numbers coming out too. So Tuesday is a pretty busy day. Y'all, I would say just be mindful of the times of these things, okay? Again, if you're wondering, Leona, how are you finding out about this news? You can go to forexfactory.com. Everything that I put on this screen comes from forexfactory.com. All right. And then on the 26th, Switzerland, they have their interest rates, as well as the U.S. We have GDP numbers coming out, unemployment, and Powell speaks. So there's 3 different times that we have some high impact news happening on the 26th. If I were you, please make sure you go. Make it a habit to go to whatever news source you're using before trading. Like I said, I use forexfactory.com because it shows me high impact news, it shows me medium impact, and it shows me low impact. I personally only trade when it is low impact because medium impact gives me the same result as when I have traded in the past high impact news. It does not work out in my favor more times. So it's actually going against me more times than it does go in my favor. So therefore, for me, I only trade when I see a yellow folder on Forex Factory, or there is no folder at all for them because there's no news. That is it for me. Okay. And then lastly, on the 27th, which is Friday, Canada GDP numbers come out, and then US CPI. Again, we have that on the 27th. So this is a pretty busy week. Most definitely Monday, Tuesday, and then of course Thursday and Friday just a little bit, but definitely Monday and Tuesday, y'all. Please pay attention to those times for everything. Okay, so let's get to it. We're gonna go. Let me stop sharing my screen really quick. Let me remove this, and then I'm gonna go and we're gonna start. I gotta create my list, y'all, because I haven't had time to do it yet. So just bear with me, okay? Just bear with me. We're gonna get this done. So I got my instrumentals back on. We're gonna do this. And if there's anything that you all want me to mark up outside of the list that I'm about to create, feel free to drop it in the chat. Okay? Feel free to drop it in the chat. And then if we have enough time, I'll definitely look at it. Okay? So my first step, for those of you that are new, welcome again as you come on. First of all, please, I really appreciate it. If stuff is making sense to you, great. It's fine that you heart on Instagram, on YouTube, but please hit that thumbs up first, okay? Then you can heart and all that good stuff. Also comment, and then feel free to share this video. Share this video, share, because sharing is caring. All right, so I'm refreshing it just in case it changes because I want to make sure I have the most current strength, because I don't want to be creating a list and it's not correct. Okay, so I'm starting with Euro first because that's strong. So I'm going with Euro JPY for a buy. Euro CHF for a buy. Euro NZD for a buy. Then next is the US dollar. So we're doing USD JPY for a buy. USD CHF for a buy. And I just bit my tongue. NZD USD for a sale. And Australian dollar is next because that has 4 bars. So we're doing AUD That's a buy. And if you're wondering, like, Leona, how are you coming up with this list? There is a series. Actually, this month is the last month I'm going to have it up. I'm going to take it down, y'all. I already decided it won't be up in October because I'm adding it to something else. So if you want to watch it, it's how to know what to trade in the foreign exchange market. There's parts 1 through 5. I go over each one of my steps that I'm about to do tonight. I go over each one of those steps one by one. Okay. So I have 9 so far, and next is going to be the Canadian dollar. So CAD JPY for a buy. 11 CAD CHF for a buy. And NZD CAD sell. All right. So now let me go to FOREX Factory because I just told y'all about it. So you're going to see, once I finish this, you'll see what I mean when I was talking about like the folders and whatnot, you know. So Euro JPY is, oh, just a go. So Euro JPY is good to go for now. Euro CHF is, let's see, that's good to go. So all the ones that we're looking for as far as the buy goes, we need the numbers to be green. Okay, numbers need to be green. USD JPY, no go. Both numbers are not green. USD CHF, no go. Both numbers are not green. NZD USD, no go. Because both numbers are not red. AUD JPY, both numbers are green. We're good. So it looks like we won't be doing US pairs as far as the currency pairs go right now. Not in X. And then CAD JPY, we're looking for a buy. And again, if you want to see how I'm doing this, why I'm doing this, because I am going a bit fast, then you can go to that series, like I said. Y'all better watch it while it's available. I'm just saying, I've had it up for a whole year, y'all. We've had plenty of opportunities. I talk about this every single time I get on here. Okay? So, all right, so the yen, like I said, they have the bank holiday, so that's the only one that I would not even consider putting into marking up, I should say, or considering trading anything tonight with the yen. All right, so next I'm doing investing.com. This is to help me to confirm my list or to say, nope, this is being removed from my list. The point of all of this, y'all, is to help us to minimize feeling overwhelmed in the market. We know that there's a lot of things that you can trade, especially when we're talking about Forex. There's a lot of stuff that you could trade, y'all, and it is very easy, especially as a beginner. It is very easy for you to get overwhelmed, like, oh my gosh, like, where do I start? And you just doing whatever. This system that I have been blessed to create, because I've been exposed to each one of these things by different people, and I was just put them together. Okay, so no one told me do this first, do this second, do this third. It was just, hey, look, I do these things. And it was one person said they look at the currency strength meter. One person said, hey, I always check the news. And then I don't know how I got on investing.com, to be honest. I'm not sure. I really have no idea, or I don't really remember who said anything about it. But I did the wrong one. I meant to do Euro JPY first. But nonetheless, I've been using this as part of the system to help me to complete my list. And then say, yep, this is what I'm doing. Nope, I'm not doing this. And it just cuts that time, y'all, of you having to analyze the markets and all of that. You really get to just relax. And I will say this has helped me tremendously, especially when I first started out. And I wouldn't say when I first started out, but once I finally put it together, after some hardships for a moment, that really did help me out a lot. So hopefully it does the same thing for you. And like I said, if you want to know why I'm doing what I'm doing and how I am doing what I am doing with these different websites, by all means, go check out that series, How to Know What to Trade in the Forex Market. Okay, it's 5 parts. Each step is broken down very slow, so that way even a teenager can get on here and say, oh, I know why she's doing this. Okay, so NZD CAD is the last one, so I should have 12. All right, so show me I have 12, so boom, I hit apply. So let's see, Euro JPY is not showing buy or strong buy across the board, but I might still look at it. It just depends on what we have. Euro CHF, note for Euro NZD, no for USD JPY, but that was a no anyway. No, AUD JPY, that one question mark. Same thing with AUD CHF. Okay, we're good to go with AUD NZD. Awesome. CAD JPY, no. CAD CHF, no. And NZD CAD, no. There we go. So I know for a fact I'm going to mark up NZD. Wait, what was it? AUD NZD. I know for a fact I'm going to mark that up. I want to show y'all something because this was last week. These were last week markups, and I want y'all to see it for yourself. I don't want anybody saying, "Oh, she just said it went up this amount," and blah blah blah. I didn't change the markups yet because I don't do it until it's time for the session, unless like something happens and I'm looking at it and I'm like, "Oh, I need to add a take profit point for me." Okay. But this was last week, Sunday. This is what we marked up for NAS. If you were here last week or you watched the replay, then you already know when you go back to your screenshot that you took, you'll see that this is what we had. Okay, so it hit all of our take profit points. I'm going to show you gold, and then we're going to move on to marking up AUD NZD. So I marked the latest all-time high here. Okay, that happened on Friday. I did that today. All right, but these were to take profit points. Remember, last week I told you all I'm waiting for a sale. Okay, because gold had just hit another all-time high. I did get the sale. I didn't hit take profit 2, but I did get take profit 1. So that's the reason why we have that counted. And then GBP USD. So y'all see it before I mark up this other one. GBP USD, as you can see, like I said, it surpassed the take profit 5 for the buy. Okay, so I'm not making this up, y'all. You already know. You see it for yourself. Last one is Euro AUD. And this is the only one that we had for a sale. Okay, and that one surpassed our take profit 4, which is what I shared with you, and went down over 200, or actually down 200 pips. Okay, so there we go. Hopefully everybody is good. All hearts and minds are clear. And we ready to go. So I'm gonna mark AUD NZD. I have not done this in a very long time. So if I have anything marked on here, I'm deleting it because I do not know the last time I marked this up, to be honest. So I'm gonna start with bam. I'm starting from scratch, y'all. Starting from scratch. And again, like I said, if you have anything that you want me to mark up, please put it in the chat. I'm gonna do AUD NZD. Of course, y'all know I'm gonna do gold, and I may do one more thing. Okay, and that just depends. If anybody put anything in the chat, then I do it. If I don't see anything in the chat, y'all, I'm not doing it. Okay, I don't like that. Whatever this is. I don't like that. That just sounds corny to me. Okay. So anyway, let's move on to doing this top-down analysis. Again, this one too is part of that series. How I do my top-down analysis and why I do it. Okay. While we're on here, I'll share with you The reason I do it is because I want to know where price has been, because typically when we are trading, it has a tendency to come back to that area. It may not stay there, it may surpass it, but it has the tendency to come back to that area, y'all. Okay, so that's the reason why I do it. It helps me to identify if I should get into a trade, and then also where I should be considering exiting a trade. Okay, either in profit or saying, you know what, this is turning around, this is a complete loss, let me let it go. Okay, that helps big time, because now you can actually do better risk management because you have an area to pay attention to. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so AUD NZD does not look good for right now. With that, what I just saw on that. Oh, okay, nope, this look better. So we're waiting for it to break above this previous week high here, because there's a big gap between the previous week high and the previous month high. So that means there's potential profit areas in between these two. So we would need price to break this. So that makes sense to me. So I'm going to do this. And I'm also going to do a sell probably. Yeah, I'm going to do a sell too. Let me just do the sell for now, because we're looking for AUD NZD to buy, right? Yeah, so we're looking for it to buy. So there's probably going to be an area where it may go and turn around. If you have any questions too, feel free, drop it in the chat. No matter if you're watching the replay or if you're watching live, if you have a question, drop it in the chat. Okay. So marking this sale is going to help me to see where price could potentially come back to for a buy. All right. So that's why I changed my mind. It was like I just marked do the previous sale, because I can use these areas as a potential take profit point too, which is what I'm going to do. I already know. I know me. Uh-oh. There you go. There we go. But yeah, I know that's what I do. All right, so we're here. Uh-oh, I don't want to create alert. Make this longer, just in case it take a while. Something I've learned, some of these currency pairs, they take a very long time to make their move. I don't know why this isn't working. Okay, I guess there we go. But some of these currency pairs, they take a very long time to make their move, you know? So you got to be prepared for that. And that's why I like marking up, because I can kind of look at the market and then see, yeah, this one take a long time, I'll pass, you know? All right, so I have that. I could delete this now. And I'm going to do my line, and then I'm going to drop down to the 1 hour, because I trade candlestick patterns. And so with candlestick patterns, I typically trade on the 1 hour time frame. But again, whatever your strategy tells you to do, by all means, you run that, okay? Unless you're looking to learn how I trade, then that's something totally different. Okay, so right now, just so y'all can see, we're in that golden zone, which is your 50% and your 61.8% on the Fibonacci, okay? So price, we need to break out of this. And we already established that I was waiting anyway for price to break above this previous week high here. And there was room between the week high and the month high. Well, now we see that there is a supply zone here, which are these two dotted lines. There is a supply zone here. So I'm going to use these as take profit points as well. So what I want to see, for those of you that are new to me, I wait for price to break out, and then I want to see some form of pullback, meaning price push back down. So that means that price is going to break to the upside, right? Potentially. We want to see it break to the upside. So buy a bit, pull back down. So price pushes down a little bit. It could either come all the way back down here or down some, whatever, doesn't matter. But I need price to pull back down. And then because I trade candlestick patterns, I want to see a new bullish candlestick pattern, more than likely a bullish engulfing or bullish harami, one of those two, because that means I can rejoin the buying trend, right? So I want to see that confirm above this previous week high here and above this golden zone. I needed to confirm above these two. It confirms above these two, I'm good to go. I can consider taking the trade, okay? I'm letting y'all know now, AUD NZD is not something that I would trade. It just is not attractive to me, but to each his own, okay? I'm marking it up because the market showed it to me, and we're going to run with that. So let me see if I can find another area, which I look like I see it. Yep. All right, so let me change this to a line chart, and this is going to help people out. For a buy, I look for something called peaks, like a mountain, okay? Upside down V. So I want to see how many times price has touched that area in a peak. That helps me to identify a potential profit. Let's see, up here. I'm attempting to get this, and it's just not working. And if you have any questions, let me know. There we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, and then it will support over here too. Okay, so I can use this one as a profit area. Let me see how far that is from, here. Let's see. I don't like that. This is more so for a scalper.
Your bill, ladies. I got it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to remove that.
Yes, I did. People with the Wells Fargo
That's more so for a scalper. That's not enough for me.
They earn unlimited 2% cash back on purchases. Visit Wells.
So let's do this. Let's see what it is to our supply zone. That's better. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can find one a bit higher. And then nope, that's just one. And then that's just one. Yeah, I'll stick with this. So this is gonna be our take profit 1 and 2. And then we're using the month high as our take profit 3. Okay. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you scalp, then by all means drop down to your time frame that you typically trade on and do what you do. Okay. TP 1, 4, 5. And then I'm doing TP 2, 4, 5. And I always do both buys and sells because here's the reason. The market does not always go how we anticipate it. There can be a time where it could turn around. And so if it does turn around, we're prepared because we have our charts marked up accordingly. Okay. So I'm marking this for a sale, and then I'm going to find another area in between this previous week low and previous month low. So just like up here, we had a big gap. So now I'm going to look and see if we can find a couple of valleys, which are our V's. It's like it don't want to. There we go. So that's just one. What about up here? Okay, so that's better. We got one. Wait, I think I moved it down some. Oops. I moved it too much. Boy, trying to get this right on there is struggle bus. Oh my goodness. There we go. So we got 1, 2 in support, and then we also have some resistance in here as well. So I'm going to make that a take profit 2 for the sale. Again, if you have any questions or comments, drop it. Okay. Okay, that's not a good one. This one is better. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So 2 in support, 1 in resistance. So that's going to be 3. And this is only if price turns around, y'all, and it doesn't continue to buy like it's anticipated. And on top of that, everything else has to say sell. So I don't just take a sale if I'm anticipating the market buying. Everything that my system tells me, it must say sell. Okay? Because that's the quickest way to lose your money. Trust me, learn from my past mistakes. Okay, so we have, let me make this like that. Bam. So there we go, y'all. You have AUD, NZD marked up for your week. Okay, so again, oh, I meant to do this. Let me do this because I'm waiting on, I want price to push down, pull back up a bit, and then come down. Okay, so same thing up here. I just wanted to do it down this way too. All right, AUD, NZD is good to go. And then we're also going to do gold. If I don't see anything, y'all, I'm only doing AUD, NZD, and gold. So by the time I finish with gold, that's it. That'll be the end. All right, so I gave that to people in my circle. Boom, boom, boom. Let me delete that. So I'm going to change this, but I'm still going to make sure that I know that this is an all-time high. Delete. I'm definitely going to show y'all that, though. I want y'all to see how many times gold has made an all-time high this year. And hopefully that helps you to get a better understanding, so like, especially in preparation for the next election year, if you're still going to be trading, you can be mentally prepared that, this could potentially happen again. You just got to look at historical data, y'all. I'm really big on just collecting data, collect data. That's how we're going to know what we're doing moving forward. We got to have data on our side to tell us to move forward. That saves you money. Okay? When you don't have data on your side, and if you're just winging it, that's the fastest way to lose money in the market. Real talk. And I'm only sharing that because I've been there. So our previous week high is our previous day high as well. I'm not going to put a yellow line on top of the blue. Doesn't make sense to me. Okay? But I do know that my previous day low is here. All right, so I'm going to do a new one. I'm going to see if I can find a old sale, maybe. Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. I said an old sale. Chad, you going to find an old sale. Oh, you're not going to find an old sale. This is all-time high. What are we talking about here? All right, so I'm going to do this last pullback here. Price looked like it was about to sell, but it's still just lingering. So I'm going to just see where it could potentially go here and then make a decision. Again, y'all, I know it's showing, that we're at an all-time high. I'm, again, looking for a sale, y'all. I'd rather take my chances with the sale than to be sitting here nickel and diming because I got to activate a trailing stop loss. And I don't know if the market's going to continue to go up. I don't put myself in those positions anymore. I used to, putting myself in a situation where now I'm worried and I'm all overly anxious and stuff about that, and I'm staring at the charts, and I'm, just going back and forth and like, did it hit and what it do yet and all that. I ain't doing that to myself no more, y'all. Them days are over. Real talk. Okay. So this is showing me that price would have. Oh, geez, we got some space until price comes down in the sale. So that means I'm definitely gonna have to wait a while for it to come down. This is gonna be a big move to the downside whenever that occurs. So what I'm about to do, because this is an all-time high, I'm just gonna go off of, bam, right there, right there, right there. Bring it up a little bit, bam. This is gonna be a take profit point for a sale. Again, y'all, I'm not looking for a buy right now because it's at an all-time high. I'm gonna take my chances for the sale, then taking my chances on a buy. That's just me though. So from up here, this week high and day high, down to here, y'all, that's a really good payday. 192 pips. Now, granted, you're gonna lose some of that when prices coming down. However, if you see that it's a really solid sale occurring, y'all, according to your strategy, do what you know to do, okay? But that's 195 pips just from that previous week and day high to this first take profit point, okay? And then from here, from here to the top, oh, I thought I pressed it. From here to the top of this golden zone, we're looking at another 200 pips, y'all. All right. Patience pays. If I were you, I would be patient. So I'm going to make the top of this my take profit 2 for the sale. Okay. Let me move this up some. Bam. And then the bottom of this is going to be my take profit 3. So the bottom of this golden zone here is take profit 3. Remember, y'all, with gold, it may not look like a lot, but it is. Okay. It may not look like a lot of pips on the chart when you're looking at it, but trust me, it is. And then I'm doing the same thing, demand zone, TP4 for the sale. If that keep going, y'all, we're going to have a really nice payday for the week. Okay. If I were you, I would set alerts, all that good stuff. You can even set one for that previous week and day high, right? You can set an alert here and be like, look, if it comes back down, then bam. I'm just going to say crossing in general, once per bar. And then sell, go. That's what I'm waiting on. Bam. Now it's going to go to my phone. It's going to go to my email. All that good stuff to let me know. Check it out. All right. Again, I'm not going to look at it until in the morning anyway because I trade New York session for gold. Bam. All right. Gold is now complete. And that is all I have, y'all. Because I don't see anything in the chat. Y'all on here, but I don't see it. So we're going to keep it moving. Okay. So with that being said, we have gold and AUD, NZD. Those are our two. For what's today? I'm putting this on here September 20. September 22nd. Those are our two things. And then we'll y'all check back on this page, on this particular live. Check in the comments, and I typically type what happens. Okay, what are the results of it? So whenever I see it, then I'll put in there if it did hit our profit areas or if it didn't, and then what our record is, and so on and so forth for the month. Okay, so let's finish this up, close it out. Y'all couple of things. Y'all know we have the sale going on, but I want to remind everybody, y'all, the 1-to-1 is done. Okay, unless someone changes their mind and it's like, hey, I can't start on this day, so on and so forth, or this month and whatnot. I need to push it back. The only way for that to happen, is only way for another slot to open up, my bad, is for that to happen. If it doesn't happen, hey, no slots will be available until 2025. All right, and that's going to start in January. And then a birthday sale for the Day Trader 101, that's still going on because that is self-paced. Okay, you can just see if trading is for you. That's who that is for. People who are like, I just want to see if it's me, or if you're like, hey, I want to learn how you're trading and whatnot, and you don't want to pay, too much money and invest too much time into it. It's 30 days, and you're gonna get a new trading lesson every single day for that 30 days. $17, y'all. That's a Starbucks run. Okay, for my people like me that go to Starbucks. Okay, that's Starbucks run. You'll be good. Okay, you can kind of skip Starbucks tomorrow and get that $17 sale. All right, and then next live market analysis is going to be next Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central, and that is 7 p.m. Pacific. Okay, that's what we have going on. I still am this year going live every Sunday unless something changes. If something changes, trust me, y'all will know. Because if you're following me on social media at all, Instagram or Facebook, or if you're part of the Prosperity Cost email community, trust me, you'll know if I'm not going to go live, okay? And I will start using YouTube, like putting the posts and stuff on there. So if I'm changing the date or if I'm not going to go live at all, then I'll make sure that I do a post too and let y'all know that way as well on YouTube. So that way we good to go. So that is it, y'all. That's it. Take advantage of the birthday sale. And I thought I didn't do it. I'm gonna do it, y'all. Just bear with me. This has been a busy weekend with traveling and mini vacay with the family and whatnot. But I'm gonna get it done and include the trading checklist in my bio, on Instagram and on Facebook. And also those of you that are part of the community, y'all will get it first before anybody else. But you'll get access to it, I should say. You'll be able to get the link so that way you can get it if you want to. Okay. Right now it's going to be free. At some point, y'all, things may change. But right now it's gonna be free. All right, because this is something I feel like will help people to get a bit more organized when it comes to trading. We need to be organized. So there you go. All right. So that's all I have. If y'all don't have any questions, that is it. Gold, AUD, NZD. Those are the two we're looking at this week. We're 8-0 so far. So let's, keep it going. Keep studying the markets. Keep studying these charts. And then let's see if we can go make it 10-0. If not, if we take a lesson, we take a lesson. If we don't and we stay undefeated, awesome. Whichever one happens, that's what it is. So that's all I have. Y'all have a great evening. Good luck. Happy trading. Okay. Go make you some money. And I'll see y'all next Sunday.